So do you want to learn how to play fast alternate picking? I want to present to you a course where I describe to you and kind of practice together with you. I'm going to take you through my development in alternate picking and how I practice. Now there's obviously many ways, different ways of practicing any technique, many approaches that works. But what I'm going to do is present to you the way that I did it and how I still practice. And I'm going to do it in a way where I make sure that when you sign up to the course, you are kind of, taken by the hand to and explain to you what are you doing now? What are you going to do now that you're practicing this, and you're going to start this tempo, you're going to end it around here, and then after a period of time you'll present a new lesson where I contact you and I write to you. You get an email from me telling you what to do to keep the process of developing your alternate picking in the way that worked for me. And and the reason for this is also because alternate picking, as I've talked about before, does not necessarily develop in the same way that many other techniques does. It kind of has this long periods of time where you don't feel that much of a difference even though you're practicing, where other techniques have kind of a curve up in the development of the technique, and you see the development after some days or weeks, and you can see, okay, it actually works this. But I think that one of the reasons that a lot of people don't develop their fast alternate picking is because you don't see the development in the same way. You have to be really resistant and have a lot of discipline to wait around and continue doing the same thing, because you don't feel that there's any development in it. That's how I felt. But I mean, the only thing I had going for me, to be honest, is my persistence and my discipline with guitar. Because I really had to work a lot to make the alternate picking work, and at some point I just started loving practicing, so I didn't care that much how much I developed. Of course, once I knew that I had an idea that this is the right thing to do, this is the right thing to do with the alternate, the right hand, left hand, then I just trusted that, okay, this must be the right thing to do, and I just enjoyed practicing. I found a method that worked for me, and then I could kind of withstand that those long periods where seemingly nothing happened. But so what I've done here in this course is kind of is going to kind of help you stay motivated and stay focused, and tell you all the time what's going to happen. So as an example is, once you sign up, you will have 2 simple little lessons, alternate picking lessons, that I tell you how to practice it, and then some days after this you'll get a new lesson to add on to that one, another relatively simple one, and then you have to practice this for a period of time until you kind of, maybe the simplest and lesson that you are working on you might get bored with it, or you may not even notice, but you just realize that you don't feel that nothing happens. In some cases it can even get worse because your mind stops focusing, and this is the point where you need to introduce something new. And I've talked a lot about this in my videos, but so what's going to happen is that I'm going to send to you new material and tell you or give you opportunities to. So what do you take away and what do you replace? Which lessons do you replace it with? Stuff like that. That being said, you still, even though I'm telling you what's going to happen, the process as time goes on, how you're going to practice and what you're going to practice to keep the development working for you, you still have to kind of invest the time. You have to practice every day. So if you sign up to this course, you really have to make a big promise to yourself, which is the most important. This is something where you're going to invest the time. So if you really want to be able to play fast alternate picking, you have to promise yourself that you do this every day. Not let anything get in the way of it. Because, I mean, especially if you're grown up and you have work and family and all that, or you're young and you have school and friends and all that, you still have to say, this is my thing. I can't skip a day. I have to do this every day in order for this to get to work. You kind of have to be a little bit obsessed with it. So that's, and I want to help you developing that obsessiveness with your alternate picking. So once you sign up, as I said, you will get a description on how to work with the technique, how to work with the lessons, and then you'll get intervallic. You'll get emails from me with new lessons where I tell you, so now is the time where you have to drop something, because I don't want you to end up with an hour of hours of alternate picking lessons, because no one can do that unless they don't have anything else to do, which we all do. So I want you to have something where you keep getting motivated, keep getting focused on the technique with new material, and I will do my best to give you what worked for me, and so that you'll know when to drop a lesson and start a new one. So your alternate picking will keep developing, and you'll feel your alternate picking development in everything else you play, which is a great, really cool thing. Just make sure that you invest the time every day. As I talked about before, since the technique doesn't develop in the same way as other techniques where you have that steep curve up once you start practicing every day. So you have to stay strong, you know, and I will send you those emails with links to, or not links, but you have to log in, and then there will be new lessons for you, or a new lesson, or you drop an old one. But I explain everything in detail in the emails and in the videos, which is a course that where you sign up to once you click the link under here.